Fuck it, we're going live. Preparing live stream.
I'll have to do another live stream here. And pee. No, I'm
Fuck
good.
it,
I'm
we're
good.
going live. Preparing live stream. Hold on, I gotta mute myself. That was funny. I heard
hear,
myself.
I hear you twice. I hear you too. My parents listened to our last episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. How do I turn? Hold on, I gotta turn the sound off here.
My parents listened to our last episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. There we go.
All right. So I see two of us. I see a live one, and then I see like one on a 2-second delay, which is cool.
How come this isn't? There we go.
Says
Yeah.
we are live.
I don't know why that's. Why do I see you twice? Any idea?
Every time you close your eyes. I don't know.
What the heck is going on?
Oh, I've got a little screen I can move around.
I want to get rid of that. If you're looking at the YouTube stream, you see where we have a box in the upper right corner. How do you get rid of that?
Well, if it was in my car, I'd just put tape over it. Oh, I've got.
So we need a moderator. Remember?
Yeah.
I want to get rid of that. Oh, if you're looking at the YouTube, hold on a second. You see where we have a box in the upper right corner. Fuck it, we're going live. Live stream. Oh, what is happening?
Do another live.
We need a moderator. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, second.
Feel bad for the 3 people watching right now.
That's me, you, and the other me.
There's 4 now. 5.
What is happening?
What's up, people?
We need a moderator. Remember?
Running a little late because my computer was about to take a shit, but then I wiped it, cleaned it up.
That's me, you, and the so other. Can you mute? Can you turn the volume off on your YouTube stream?
Fine. Yep. Done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And I just don't know how to get rid of that. I don't know where it's coming from.
What's going on?
On the YouTube stream, don't you see how both of us are in the upper left, but then there's another box in the upper right?
I do see that.
Yeah, I don't know how, don't know why. I'm trying to get rid of it. Like, where is that coming from? Because it's not on my screen that I'm showing. So I'm trying to.
Mudcat's in the house.
Nice.
Yeah, Tommy, we got some bad news today outside of the metal world. Related to metal, though. Related to my shirt, actually. We had Jerry Burns, former Minnesota Vikings coach, longtime coach.
I heard that.
Passed away today, 94. That's too bad. He was a character.
All right, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to go like that. All right.
I was in how.
All right. So I have no visibility to the chat, just an FYI.
All right. You can't really see words anyway when they're spoken.
That is true. But I can hear the colors. All right. We're recording and we're live. And yeah, this is gonna be a blast, dude. So
Last beats.
rock and roll. Hey, did you hear about the what was it? Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France?
I did not.
Debris was everywhere.
I like it.
All right. We're going to get rolling. 10 seconds. 10 seconds to midnight. What?
Too late. Too
3,
late.
2,
Too late.
1. Welcome to episode 48 of the Thrash Report. This is for Wednesday, May 12th, 2021. We're coming at you live on our YouTube stream. This is episode 48. And we want to thank our sponsor. First thing we got to do is we got to actually talk about the people that really allow us to do this every week and bring you some great content. And we want to thank Discover CBD Twin Cities. They have a great offer for you Thrash Report listeners. Go ahead and check out discovercbdtwincities.com for safe top-tier CBD products at the highest quality. They're third-party lab tested. They're manufactured in their own ISO 7 clean room, organically grown and sourced in Southern Colorado. And you can try out their soothing, relaxing, tasty Delta 8 line of edibles as well. Go ahead and use code THRASH for 20% off your order and free shipping. So they got gummies, they got chocolates, they got all of the things. Yeah, I was reading an article the other day about some of the benefits of helping anxiety and calmness, helping people sleep. They have some formulated stuff to get a better night's sleep as well. So go ahead and check it out. We do appreciate it. Thank you to Discovery CBD Twin Cities for their support. So my name is Chris. Welcome to the Thrash Report. Joining me, my co-host, partner in crime, Jim Osborne. Jim, how you doing, man?
Knock, knock, Chris.
Who's there?
Euripides.
Euripides who?
Euripides pants, I break your face.
Whoa, that's a good one.
That's the kind of mood I'm in.
Nice. That's
I'm
awesome.
actually in a very good mood, even though my computer was just being an asshole. But
Yeah, you know what? We've all had those days, man. I totally get it.
at least my backup computer is being an asshole too. So double holes. Double holes.
You have double assholes? Two?
Yes.
You got two assholes? Oh man. I don't even like one.
Dos shoots.
I hate the one I got. Oh man.
Anyway, so that's what I've been doing tonight. But we are up and running. We're doing good. I had a great day. I'm in a great mood. Beautiful weather. I was outside in it all day, listening to metal.
That's awesome. Yeah, I did get a chance to step outside for a little bit. I got to work from my deck for a little bit, so that was cool. Yeah, it's pretty nice now that weather's getting to be nice. We can get out and we don't always just hang out in our basement like a lot of metalheads do. Oh, dude, I totally forgot before we get started.
Yeah.
I totally forgot to add this to the agenda today. So I got my second shot, my second vaccine shot, and dude, it knocked me on my ass. Like I was a full day and a half of like 101 fever. I was chills, it was crazy, right? But what that allowed me to do is spend some time in bed watching movies.
Nice.
And I got to watch 2 metal themed movies, and it was awesome. I watched the movie Heavy Trip which I think our friend Larry recommended.
AKA Larry. Yeah, I think
Yes.
Aaron.
Yep.
Aaron.
AKA
So
Larry. Yes.
thank you.
And it was hilarious, and I totally recommend it. It was super fun. And while watching it, especially towards the end, I'm thinking it's really. I mean, there was so much like Blues Brothers. There was, you know, um, Airheads. There was there's a lot of Spinal Tap moments.
Cool.
But it was good. It was fun to watch. And then I watched a movie. It was funny because on Amazon Prime it just said, "Oh, you watch this, you might like this." And it was a
Yeah.
movie called Deathgasm. Have you seen this?
I have not seen it, but I've talked to John the Metal Mailman. We had a brief discussion of it. So thanks for reminding me of that. Yeah, I need to watch that.
Yeah, it was
Heard
fun.
it's good.
It was pretty. That one definitely has it's got some gore, got some blood, but it's all friendly, violent fun for everyone. But
Yeah.
Deathgasm, another metal themed movie that was pretty good. So um, yeah, man. I'm trying to think of that's what I wanted to bring. I wanted to bring that up. So thank you, Aaron, for that recommendation. It was super cool.
Yeah. Thanks, brother.
Let's see. So let's jump into the headlines. This is actually a pretty fun story, and it's been kind of blowing up the interwebs today.
Yes.
And that is a new movie. We have a new movie for Metalocalypse. Metalocalypse. You can say it.
Metallocalypse.
You can say it. Metalocalypse. Um, but yeah, Adult Swim announced that today that it'll produce a brand new original movie based on the series, and the movie will be released globally on Blu-ray and DVD, as well as video on demand, right? Um, and then it'll be on like HBO Max following those premieres. And this was one of the first original productions to air on Adult Swim. Metalocalypse first aired in 2003 and ran for 4 seasons. I forgot it was that long ago. Like it seems like it was just a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Um,
Didn't.
but yeah, during that run, the series creator Brendan Small, who is again, he's kind of all over, right? I mean, I've watched a bunch of his YouTube videos, his playthrough stuff. He's in Brian Posehn's band now, right?
Yep.
Doing that project. But he also during Metalocalypse produced 4 albums by the show's fictional band Death Clock, right? They actually did live stuff, right? They sold an equivalent of 1 million albums. What?
Jeez.
It was released in September of 2007, debuted number 21 on the Billboard 200 charts. Can you believe it?
I
Death
cannot.
Clock, a fictional band, debuted on number 21. That's pretty badass.
Awesome.
So yeah, it was kind of cool because the president of Adult Swim said, leveraging the power of Warner Media allows us to deliver original content, and this was amazingly dedicated to the not shy fans. So we've been pretty vocal, and the talented creators to bring us new ways to tell these crazy stories. So yeah,
That's
man,
awesome.
yeah, I'm excited. It's really good. I remember the one about coffee, and he was like singing a song about coffee. It was so good. It was awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen, I think I've heard them more than I've seen them. I've only seen a few episodes, but yeah, movie will be cool.
Mhm. We should do a total like movie release launch party live stream bullshit, like Mystery Science Theater style.
I could do that.
That'd be awesome. I wonder if we
Yeah.
get pulled by doing that. Probably, huh?
Get pulled?
Well, like if we're live streaming, like if I buy it and I'm playing it on the TV in front of us, but we are then adding commentary to the movie while it's playing, and then we stream that. Is that legal? Probably not. I don't know.
I don't know. If they pulled it, it would be pretty small of Brendan. Oh, did I do it again?
All right.
Oh, part of the reason I'm in such a good mood today is I went and picked up my son from baseball practice,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he got in the car, and we are just doing our normal chat. How's your day? How you doing? Anything happen? All that, and then we stopped talking, and all of a sudden he's just dun, 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 like look over, like, what'd you say? It's like, oh, I've had this riff in my head all day. Then he did it again, and like when I picked up where he left off, he's like, "What is that?" I said, "That's Master of Puppets." It's like, "Oh, can we listen to it?" Like, yes, yes, of course. So I put that on. We were blasting it the rest of the way home, and kind of doing some. We're big fans of The Office, and if you know Andrew
Yeah.
Bernard,
Yep.
he does this little ooh things, and so we were doing that to Master of Puppets shit. Just I don't know, wanted to get that in there, just metal
That's
with
awesome.
this.
Well, and that's some great father son bonding right there.
Right.
Hashtag proper parenting, as D. Snyder would say.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next story is one that again has kind of been blowing up today. Is the actual inductees for 2021 into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And
Asterisk.
dude, yeah, snubbed again. So yeah,
Depends
ballots
on your
were.
depends on your point of view if it's a snub or not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like so that's one thing that, for instance, the Reverend Ricky Rackman, he pointed out. He tweeted,
Yep.
who the fuck really cares who's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? He wants the bands. They're supposed to be outlaws, right? They don't need damn approval from mainstream. And he says that they sound just as good to him if they're feeling that like they're on the fringe, right? So it doesn't really matter. And I totally get that. I kind of feel the same way, but I'm also like, these are some of the best musicians on the fucking planet,
Yep.
and I believe that they should have some more recognition by just it's the respect, right? I mean, just like I'm not fans of all these other genres of music, but there are other musicians that I respect because they're excellent musicians, right? I mean, totally get it.
Yeah. I sat through Elton John for 3 hours, and I'm not a fan, but I appreciate his music. After an hour, I was ready to go, but my wife had a good time.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, though. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a respect thing, but I'm more on Ricky's side and what I mentioned earlier about how you look at it. And you know, I tweeted today that because Jose Mangan said something, so I just responded that we don't need the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We have the music. And then I have a room inside my head where I put shit not worth thinking about, and the Hall of Fame is in there playing checkers with the Grammys.
Right.
So, I mean, I get what you're saying with the respect, but I mean, if they're not going to show any respect right off the bat to any of these bands, who cares? That's metal was huge in the 80s and mainstream, but before and after that, it hasn't been. It hasn't gone away. It's not as popular with everybody as it was, but I don't know. I'm fine with not being in the Hall of Fame. I mean, it goes right back to the Jethro Tull Metallica thing.
Yep. Yeah, totally. And I think it's one thing. It's interesting. Like D. Snyder actually did have. He got a response from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame CEO. He responded to his tweet, and it. The one thing that's interesting is that, like D. Snyder said, maybe they should change the name to the Music Hall of Fame, right? Just because,
Yep.
let's look at some of the performer categories, right? I mean, Jay-Z, I mean, Tina Turner. I mean, well, Tina Turner, I guess, is kind of rock, right? Some of her songs are rock, but yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of to each their own. But anyway, we got to
Yep.
talk about it just because, again, Iron Maiden was a nominee and they didn't get it. Like, are you kidding me? Are you effing kidding me?
Yep. Not legitimate. Who cares? I don't.
But you know who I care about?
Who do you care about?
Joey Belladonna, because he's
We
awesome.
love Joey.
Yeah, man. So those of you who've been following along, currently right now they're doing this 40 for 40 webisodes. They're up to episode number 5, I think, today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so these are really cool. These are like 10-minute long. It's kind of like a docu-series of all of the peeps kind of talking about the rise of you know Anthrax. I mean, everything they went through in the very beginning, how it formed, you know, everything from recording the very first song, the very first demo, the very first, you know, into the EP, and then going now into Armed and Dangerous, and then spreading the disease, all that stuff. And it's really cool to hear everyone's take on it. They're interviewing Danny Spitz, they're interviewing,
Wilker,
yeah, a Lilker,
Neil Turbin.
Neil Turbin, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of surprising that they even talked through him. Um, but this was really interesting because, again, this was one where we don't always hear Joey kind of talk about some of that stuff, and I found this pretty interesting.
Yeah, I haven't watched episode 5 yet, but I saw the headline and thought it was worth looking into, so I'll definitely be checking it out. But yeah, Joey
Yeah,
seemed a little quiet on the outside, so
yep,
be
exactly.
cool.
So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. He basically said when he was auditioning for the band, he really had no idea what he was singing and or what the band was all about, right? And they yeah, it was really cool because then they had some live shows lined up, and they wanted to get Joey out on these shows to truly experience what Anthrax was like, this live show. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. So again, check out these. I'm sure everyone that listens probably seeing this all over the socials. Go ahead and check out um, those Anthrax 40 for 40 webisodes. I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, there's definitely still some bad blood in there. I mean, they can't even be in the same room together.
I know that. Yeah, you know, you and I were kind of, you know, texting, and I'm like, I don't know, even know how I got on the kick, but I was listening to "We Come for You All" the other day, and like "Safe Home" came on.
Oh, good song.
I know, and I was just like, damn it, I love John Bush, man. And I was like,
Yep.
why can there not be an Anthrax show where we have John just do 2 or 3 tracks? Like, wouldn't that be fucking rad? Like, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about it before, but I know they've looked or they've mentioned in the past that they were going to try to do a tour with Joey and John, I think back in the mid 2000s, late 2000s. And I forget why it didn't work out, but I know they collaborated on that song. Was it Ball of Confusion
Yeah.
on Return of the Killer A's? Um, yeah, I mean, it'd be cool. And then I thought they mentioned of getting Neil back too and just kind of going through the whole progression of the band, or was that just something we were talking about?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think, well, I think it was Scott had, in passing, one of the interviews said that he totally would entertain the idea, right? And you know, again, you know, if Neil would do maybe 1 or 2 tracks from Fistful of Metal, dude,
Yep.
that'd be freaking badass. I
I
mean,
agree.
I'm not a huge Neil Turbin fan, but hey, so this is kind of a crazy story. I know you and I talked about this. You know, it's definitely something that we're gonna lightly cover, but you know, we didn't really want to get into the details. Those of you that really want to get into the nitty gritty
Yeah.
and read through it, but it is interesting, right? I mean, there has been there's been some interesting comments online. Megadeth, as a band, commented. Um, you know, they basically said that we're aware of the recent statements regarding David Ellefson, and we're watching developments closely as it relates to creativity and business. We're all familiar with one another. However, there are clearly aspects of David's private life that he kept to himself. As the situation unfolds, it's important that all voices be heard clearly and respectfully. We look forward to the truth coming to light. So, yeah, man, it's interesting. I mean, David Ellefson himself said, yeah, those video calls did happen,
Mhm.
um, but it was, it was consensual, blah blah blah, whatever.
Yep. My very first thought when I saw the headline and read it was, nah, he didn't do it. But then I figured, well, it's because I'm a fan. Of course, I'm going to say that. But
Right.
looking at it from the other side, and then so I read his statement, and then the woman in the video released her own statement saying she was of age, she was consenting, and so I think it adds some merit that if they're both saying the same thing and she's not saying, or she came off as a victim in the first story or one that leaked or whatever, but then she came out saying, hey, I'm not a victim, this was consensual. And so time will tell, see what happens, but it's one of the bigger stories in metal this week, so
Yeah,
had to
totally.
bring it
I
up.
think, yeah, and God, who just tweeted? I can't remember someone who posted and talking really just had just mad respect for David Ellefson, saying that he was a very honest man. God, I can't remember who that was, but it was interesting too. I mean, even we had Michael Sweet kind of tweet. He didn't specifically point out this incident, but he said we all sin. He said, no one, and I mean no one, is blameless. We all sin on a daily basis. Instead of tearing each other down, we should be lifting each other up, praying for one another, praying even more, even harder when a brother or sister stumbles and falls. What a world this would be if we all magically were able to do this. When you see someone who has fallen, help them up, and not staying to support is the sin. And I'm saying that we all should support the sinner. Now, if you just take religion out of that context and just from a moral standpoint, yeah, man, like let's help a brother out. I mean, if rather than tearing people down, let's lift people up. We all make mistakes.
Yep, I did see a comment that said, just let the dude bust in peace.
Yes, yes.
Not one of mine. Someone else said that.
All right. So that kind of finishes up the news, some headlines, and we got some crazy releases. Anything else you want to cover before we jump into the releases, man?
Were you going to talk about Burton C Bell, or no?
Yeah, I actually have that in the releases. I think. Yes, this is the next story.
All
Thank you.
right, have at it.
Yeah, man. So again, I was kind of excited. I didn't even realize that Ascension of the Watchers, this other side project that Burton C Bell has put together, I didn't realize that it was really a thing. They have a few other releases as well, and they announced a brand new release, Apocrypha. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, they it's available for pre-order now, and what he says, again, this is kind of crazy. What he says, the intimate nature of Ascension of the Watchers is envisioned to draw the minds, hearts, and aspirations of the people to a higher level of thinking and feeling by bringing them together in celebration and reflection in the beauty of life, spirituality. How do you say that?
Spirituality.
Spirituality through the melodies and words. Dude, that's pretty deep. So Ascension of Watchers is Burton C Bell on guitar and vocals. John Bechdel does the programming and keyboard stuff. He was in Prong. He did stuff for Ministry as well as Fear Factory. And then Ed Musi is also on guitar. Like I said, I wasn't really that familiar with them, but I was excited because Burton was part of it, and I'm a huge fan of Fear Factory. And I went and listened to their previous release. Yeah, it's kind of garbage, in my opinion. I mean, not to be super harsh, but it was kind of like, I don't know, the entire album just was super like this, like every song sounded the same. It was just kind of boring. That's just my opinion. But anyway,
So it's
those of you
okay
that
when
are,
Fear Factory does it, but not when Burton C Bell does it solo.
I guess, man, that's my take on it. But go check it out. Again, pre-order is available now if you're a big Burton C Bell fan, or if you are familiar with this project. They have a new one coming out, so go check it.
And that was not a dig on Fear Factory. Fear Factory, most of their songs do sound very similar, and they kick ass at the same time. So.
That's right. That's right.
Just
Um,
teasing a little.
yeah, man. Dude, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, man. Dude, so we talked about this in the past. We talked about the Dark Knight's death metal soundtrack,
Yep.
this animated motion comic series from DC Comics. Well, they got the soundtrack out now. Brand new song from Mastodon dropped. The song called "Forged by Neuron," and these will be available. The soundtrack will be available digitally on the 18th of June, with physical versions arriving in July. You can get pre-orders now. The soundtrack is the first of its kind. It has original songs by tons of other artists too. So in addition to Mastodon, some of these I've never even heard of. So they got Manchester Orchestra, Denzel Curry, Soccer Mommy, Health. Karak Angren. You hear that? Karak Angren.
Bless you.
Dude, I saw them live. Dude, they kick ass. Yeah, you hear that, Gal? Say, I think Gal's in the chat room.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Gunship, Chelsea Wolf. I don't know. There's again some other artists I'm not really familiar with, but yeah, pretty badass. So again, I'm excited. I listened to the Mastodon track. Pretty cool. I like it. I mean, I'm not a huge Mastodon fan, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, this next release, I'm not like super familiar with them. I know you dropped it in the releases. So what do we know about Sumo Psycho?
Sumo Psycho. Yeah. So they are a band. Their song Bystander's been played a lot on Liquid Metal, so that's where I've heard them. I think it's catchy as hell. It's kind of more towards new metalish, I guess. Maybe if there's such thing as a modern day new metal, but it's female vocals. I think she sounds awesome. But yeah, their release Initiation came out May 7th and has 11 songs on it. And I've checked out the first half, whole songs, and then just kind of sampled the rest. And it's kind of cool. The first song, Love You Wrong, kind of starts out. It almost sounds like a tribute to Survivor, Eye of the Tiger.
Nice.
So yeah, so I look forward to listening to more of that. It's not exactly thrash, and I've seen a lot of people commenting positive and negative on it. It's one of those that doesn't exactly fit into what people are expecting of liquid metal or metal in general, I guess. But I don't know, it's catchy as hell. I think her
That's
voice
awesome.
is awesome, and she's a good singer. So
I'll go check it out. Yeah, Sumo Psycho first
Sumo
appeared.
Psycho.
Yeah, they were a punk metal female fronted band. They're from Toronto. They were formed in 2011. Yeah, Sky Sweetnam is the lead vocalist. Matt Drake on guitars and vocals. Oscar and Zaretti on guitars, and Matt Trozy on drums. This is their third studio album. So I didn't really know them, so I'm gonna go check it out. Yeah, I haven't listened to any of their stuff, so I'll go ahead and add it to my playlist, and we'll check it out.
I give them an ooh and two yayas.
Nice. Ooh yeah yeah.
You just sang their lyrics.
Dude, so this next band, again, never heard of them. It was one where, so I follow, again, we talked about following the labels. I was following Metal Blade, and this showed up in my social. And this is a new release from a band called Vulture. And the band was formed in 2016. They have two singles out right now, and this is from their upcoming release. It's going to be out next Friday, the 21st. This is their third full-length album, and the guitarist Stefan Kostevet says this album really is taking all the key elements. He says fierce riffing, half-tone shifts, aggressive vocals, huge toms, changing dynamics, horror synth, classical twin guitar harmonies. Cast that into a mold, and now you have our new album, Dealing Death. So, I don't know.
Brilliant.
It sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's got it all. That's right. So I listened to the two tracks that are available now. Definitely worth a listen. So go ahead and check it out. And that's all of the prepared content that we have for this week. But we have a lot of really cool stuff to talk about. So let's go ahead and start.
Well, concerts and calendars quickly, though. We don't have anything prepared, like you said, but I've been seeing a lot of announcements of tours and shows and people getting ready to go. So it's coming.
Yeah, man. And let's see, can we force this to be in gallery? Probably not. Don't know how.
Let's move some shit around here.
Yeah. There we go. That'll work. Are we side by side? We are.
I see you over here.
I see you over here. All right. So let's talk about some stuff we got coming up here, Jim.
Yeah, like what?
Well, well,
I think you jumped ahead of where I was looking.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say we are coming up to doing this for almost a year. Can you believe it?
Yes.
And we're going to do something super special for our 50th episode. And we wanted to invite all of you to join us. What's that going to be like, man?
Very cool. Like, yeah, we want fans or previous guests, anybody, just, let us know if you want to be on. We'll send you a link. We'll get a group of us just bullshitting about metal, the subject we all love so much, and want you to be a part of it. And if you want to come on, let us know and think of a topic or bring something with you. So that would be 2 weeks from now, roughly 2 episodes from now, which should be about 2 weeks.
Yep, about 2 weeks. And again, we'll let you know exactly the date and time when we get there. And yeah, so please send us an email, thethrashreport@gmail.com. Let us know who you are. Let us know that you want to join in the fun. And once we have that, those people, we'll go ahead and send you the Zoom link. And yeah, man, it's going to be kind of just a metal roundtable, and we're going to be just chatting, sharing stories, talking about what's been going on in metal and that type of thing. So we're excited, man. This is really cool.
A free for all because there's no charge.
That's right.
I do have a bit of trivia for you if you know it.
Oh, dude,
I don't remember.
I love your trivia. I love your trivia, man.
I've talked about this one before. I don't know if it's been on this show or not, but it's just kind of a fun one. Way back when Anthrax and Metallica were on tour together.
With Raven?
It might have been after that. It was after that. It was the Master of Puppets tour.
Oh, got it.
Probably when they were over in Europe.
With Ozzy? No?
I don't know. That's not the trivia I was going for.
Sorry.
That's all right. So Charlie Benante was asking Cliff Burton what James Hetfield says right before the Master of Puppets solo.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what Cliff told him?
No, I don't.
Pancakes.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So now I will never be able to unhear that. Whenever I hear the song, I'm going to hear, I'm going to hear that.
It's not fix me, it's pancakes.
All right. It's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you like pancakes?
A little. I like waffles better. I'm more of a waffle guy. I
Okay.
like my food with nooks and crannies.
Yeah, I assumed that was just my ignorance. I thought everyone liked pancakes. But
Yeah.
I was recently talking to someone and I said something about pancakes and they were like, ew. And I was like, really? You have that aversion to pancakes? I guess so. That's all right.
You just ran out of red flags.
Oh.
What I do like, though, is we've been talking about him a lot lately, Brian Posehn.
Oh, yeah.
So when something gets in my head, I just kind of not totally obsess over it, but I just want to get as much as I can. So I bought his book last week called
Forever Nerdy.
Yeah.
Forever Nerdy, yeah.
It's freaking hilarious. Just starts off just awesome. And then if you're familiar with him enough that you, even if you're not that familiar, you know his voice. If you've seen him before, like, oh yeah, that's that big nerdy guy, and he's got
Yep.
very distinct voice. And so I'm reading the book like a narrator, and then whenever it's quoted, I think he's saying it. I hear his voice. So
That's
it's
awesome. And what I did is I just bought the audiobook and it's actually him reading it. So it's
awesome.
funny. I took the lazy way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And his grandma is from Minnesota.
Yep. And you know what? He is more metal than you.
Mm.
Don't be sad.
You're more grandpa than him.
Oh, totally.
Oh.
I got an icy hot in my knees. Dude, I've been sitting on this ball. See, I'm on the bouncy ball.
I'm
And,
glad
and
you
it
added
helps.
bouncy ball.
Yeah, it helps. It helps my back, you know, because I'm grandpa metal. But because I'm on the bouncy ball, my knees get sore, believe it or not. Just can't win, bro.
Ah, well, I
What else, man? What else we got?
think that's about it, except for maybe thanking some people that participated last week and
Yeah, man.
giving us some feedback and helping us make the show better. We appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Again, we want to hear from you. Again, good or bad, any feedback you have, anything that you want to talk about, we'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and email us, thethrashreport@gmail.com. You can hit us up on social. You can get all of our social handles at thrashreport.com. And again, make sure if you want to join us in our 50th episode, it's going to be fun, man. And one thing also, please, if you can, go and follow us wherever you follow your podcasts. Again, if that's on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, is that a thing? Google Podcast, is that what they call it?
Yes, it is.
Yep. And then or Spotify, and leave a review and let us know how we're doing. Let us know that if you like it. Again, that'd be pretty awesome. We really appreciate your support. Thank you, everyone, for your time, and we will see you next time on the Thrash Report. See ya.
Keep watching because I do not comb this for myself. I do it for you. Thank you.
See ya. There we go, man. We're good. We're still live.
Alive.
This is kind of, you know, behind the scenes now.
Where we get real serious, like.
That's right.
It's like a switch. It's like over the top. It's arm wrestling.
Oh, dude.
It's like a switch, you know, like this truck.
I should totally add that. Dude, I'm gonna find some clips from some clips from Heavy Trip and Deathgasm.
Yeah, I was Deathgasm when I was talking to about John the Metal Mailman. He had posted a GIF of, you know, like two people shaking hands. They go like that, but instead of like shaking hands, they go like, or like they do the horns or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep. It was it was pretty good. I mean, as far as, I mean, you know, if you I mean, again, it's totally absurd and ridiculous, but it still makes for a fun movie. Dude, so yeah, feel bad again looking at the chat late, obviously. Thanks everyone for joining the chat. Pretty awesome. Again, people already jump in. Later, guys. Thanks for coming. Yeah, dude. Now Gao is craving pancakes. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks all, or thanks Al.
Oh yeah, dude. Looks like yeah, Gao looks like he got pretty knocked with the second shot too.
Yeah.
Because you're just too metal. I'm too metal.
Yeah, I never tied in the Jerry Burns, Joey Belladonna thing either. But
Oh yeah, that would have been a good one. Sorry, man.
no, that was before we started. But Jerry Burns, obviously Vikings and Anthrax. Joey is a huge Vikings fan.
Yep.
Oh, and this shirt also, I got this the same day I met you.
Oh yeah, the Evil Twin shirt. Is that Evil Twin or what is it?
That was the Kill Thrax tour, but yeah, the
Oh yeah, nice.
World Tour 2018.
That's right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on social that Burnsy. I always remember. I don't know since you weren't local here. Do you ever remember watching or listening to KQ92? Like
Burnsy bedtime stories.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Man, he was so quotable.
Yep.
And his press conferences afterwards, back when he could still smoke up there and swear and shit.
Yep.
There's that one he was complaining about the game and just bitching, 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 defending his guys, and then he walks away. He's like, "Yeah,
What was he? Was he like 89
fuckers."
or something?
94.
94. Oh wow.
No,
Dude,
did you see that one though? That like
I
when he,
didn't.
yeah, like he walked away. He was bitching in at the press, and then he walked away. Then he came back just to call him fuckers.
Oh, that's great.
Legendary Burns.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up, put a little bow on it, get it sent up to the cloud to do its magic. I'm gonna grab some audio clips from those releases, and I think we're ready to go, man.
Sounds good. We'll do it again next week.
Yeah, man. Thank you again. And again, I'm sorry for like moving the dates around and shit. Like, we should really get a solid time so that if people want to join, it's easier for them. I don't know.
We would have to try harder because we've tried that in the past.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's fine.
um,
Shoot for Tuesdays at 8.
yeah, I think so. And then maybe, God, I just wonder if it's worth it to do it to multiple platforms, or do we ask the crowd, you know, our crowd of three? Do we ask our crowd of three what platform works better?
Yeah, that's fine for me. If you're still watching, where would you want to see us besides your living room? All right, man.
All right, dude. Have a great rest of your night. We'll chat at you later.
Sounds good. Have a good one.
See you, dude. Bye bye.
See ya.